Are you here? Who am I with today?
I'll make sure of that.
Who am I with? Who am I with?
You are with the Connectional Second Vice President, Brother Thembinkosi Khumalo Senior.
Wow! What inspired you to come up with this idea of the convention?
I always believed, after being elected as the first Connectional Second Vice President, tasked to ensure that District 14 to 20 is functional and operational, and that I represent them, to say this calls for us to be in one room where we can share ideas, where we can grow strength by strength. It's not a secret that District 14 to 20 is the strongest RAYAC in the connection. And my aim was then, how do we leverage from one district to another in District 14 to 20? What God has bestowed upon me in the 19th Episcopal District, how can I then transfer that to other districts and ensure that they are achieving the goal and understanding what RAYAC is all about? And seeing this event successfully attended, it really calls for, we are now building a reputation that knows why we are here.
So, what have been the challenges towards building this up to this point?
I think it's to ensure that we are aligned and we understand who we are as RAYAC. You would understand that it's something else to interpret what the discipline is saying or the constitution and the actual RAYAC and the actual operation. So you still find that what the 15th Episcopal is doing, the 18th is doing differently. So it calls for me to ensure that I'm present in all these Episcopal districts, and I send one message that will drive the ultimate goal that we want to achieve. But it's really challenging because it calls for resources, and the President has said it's more budget to travel around the countries. Also, from a personal point of view, it calls for taking my annual leave and ensure that I save my weekend. It's draining at some point because you don't rest. The only time you leave is because you need to travel to RAYAC events, but because we are driven by this vision that we are seeing, God always strengthens.
So, what keeps you motivated and to keep going when you are tired, when you don't have strength?
It's making a difference. I'm one of a leader that doesn't enjoy growing alone. The more I see my brothers and sisters growing, the more I see me unleashing potential, grooming and developing new leaders. It gives me strength and it gives me joy. It fulfills me more than my current work that I'm actually doing, the way I'm getting paid. But for me in church, where I see members growing and they are more committed to God, it really fulfills me, and there's nothing that can buy that in my life.
What do you expect from us and other people? How do you expect us to respond to what we're doing and to keep up with your goal and vision even when you're not around?
I think it's for you guys to understand the power of serving God. There is a secret behind it, and maybe that's also what drives me. If members can understand that serving God comes with benefit that no one can give you, God take care of you. And the Bible always reminds us that we must put him first, the rest shall follow. So what God does, if you serve him, he opens doors where even people will never imagine that you would reach. But because you are sacrificing for his work, you'll make sure that your kids are going to school. You'll make sure that your family is growing. You'll make sure that you have employment. You'll make sure even though you don't have, you eat, you dress, you get respected. He'll give you the basic important things that no human being will ever have without trusting him.
So, what can you say to the young people who don't want to serve or are afraid of being into the leadership position?
I will encourage them and say it's better inside than outside. It's better to be in the house of the Lord and giving your all to God than giving your all to the world. Because God has a way of shining, has a way of showing off, has a way of lifting you to the levels that no one will imagine. Even if your family is perceived or is seen as a lower class, God is able to make things and make it different with you. So I'm encouraging the younger ones to stay in the Lord and continue to serve, and God will lift them up in every desire of their hearts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.